Welcome, everybody. We're talking once again with Joe Gavazzi, NCAA and NBA basketball analyst. And Joe went 2-1 last night. Pitt fell a little bit short, but other than that, Joe was right on track. And 16-8 in his last 24 pick videos in the NBA and NCAA basketball for SBR Video. So that is very productive, and that spells profit. Joe, first and foremost, as always, glad to have you back with us. We're going to first break down an NBA game, and this is Toronto at home. Now, the line is -9 versus a banged-up Knicks team. I know you like Toronto. If you will, give us the reasonings and give us any updates you may have on some injuries, both on Toronto and the Knicks side, because if I'm correct, Kyle Lowry was questionable at last check.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's look at those injuries first. Lowry hurt his wrist late in the game with under 4 minutes left in Toronto's previous victory and left that game. He says he's okay. He says he's fine. He's listed as questionable for the game. We'll wait and see. Carmelo, he missed the last 3 games for the Knicks. He's a game-time decision. Regardless of who's in, who's out, I'm backing the Toronto Raptors in this game. You know, last night we used the Spurs in a bounce-back play. It's always the handicapper's conundrum whether to use the bounce-back or the momentum. In this case, we're going with the momentum of the Toronto Raptors, who have acceded to the number 2 position in the Eastern Conference playoff queue on the basis of a 9-0 straight-up 8-1 ATS run that's lifted them to 30-15. And there has been hot shooting across the board for the Toronto Raptors, as well as the fact they're averaging over 110 points a game and knocking down 33% from the arc. Knicks totally the other way right now. Losers of 3 straight in their last 8, allowing 42% from the arc and over 110 points per game. Whether Anthony plays or not, I like the momentum of this Toronto team and their hot offense to keep it going. Even if Lowry does not play, Joseph stepped in for him in the previous game. While he was on the floor in the Tuesday night victory, well, the Raptors were plus 15 in the game. So we're going to ride the Toronto Raptors here. Remember, Ross has also aided the cause off the bench. We're going to play the Toronto Raptors here minus the 9 points.
Yeah, Joe, and I haven't had an update on Lowry besides what you just gave me, and he's a warrior. I imagine he's just going to step right up and get in there. There's one addition to Toronto that has really solidified this team, and that's that acquisition of DeMarre Carroll from the Hawks. I know the Hawks are kicking themselves in the ass, and Toronto is sending them thank you notes as often as they can. Toronto's going to make some noise. I see a little bit more consistency this year. Have you had any update, or do you know anything about Porzingis' condition? Because he has been playing on a bad foot, and that's not easy to do, especially when you're a big man like him. Have you heard any updates on him?
Yes, exactly right. No, I don't have any info on that injury. I do know that Kyle Lowry has not missed a game this season, so I do expect him to be in the lineup.
Okay. Well, with that being said, viewers, there's no reason to dispute it. Big win last night with the Spurs in that bounce back spot. Toronto is just much more talented, and New York is banged up. So, Joe, thanks again for being back with us. We look forward to breaking down the college basketball videos with you. And viewers, don't miss it tonight. Toronto Raptors minus the 9 at home against a banged up New York Knicks team. Joe, we'll talk to you real soon, my friend.